Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Good? Good. Alright, little different, but I'm really excited for this one. Okay, so I'm gonna need a little backstory. Also, lovely computer. Don't ignore that. Okay, so, story behind this video. So, in second year of university, during the spring semester, and with our dorm doors, like, I shared my room with another person, but on my half, I started doing quotes. I just randomly thought about that, and I used to put it on, like, the computer paper, and I was looking for the computer paper, like, the actual things, and they don't exist anymore, so I'm really sad. But I found a picture with all of them on it, and then I looked up the rest of them, because the writing's really small on some of these. Like, I don't know, like, it's crazy. Really curious on how many people actually read them every week, but whatever. Some of them have stories behind them, others I either can't remember or they didn't. So, yeah, we'll see where this takes us. So without further ado, let's go! So, week 1. Cue the dramatic music. Go! Don't ask for guarantees, and don't look to be saved in any one thing, person, machine, or library. Do your own bit of saving, and if you drown, at least die knowing you were heading for shore. Ray Bradbury, Fahrenheit 451. I'm also going to add in, like, where the quotes are from in case you want to, like, read the book. I'm just encouraging you to read books. Audible, please sponsor me. Yeah, this was really depressing. For my first one, like, what was I thinking? I mean, it's encouraging. What was I? This was week, like, 2 or 3 that I started this. What was going on? Week 2. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something. But I can't accept not trying. Michael Jordan. Alright, so story behind this one. My best friend from college actually was in the dorm next to me, like the room next to me. So he really wanted to join in on this and put in a quote, so he suggested that one to me and I really liked it, so I went along with it. Already breaking my rule of the whole, you know, gonna try to stick with the book quote. Week 2. Also, Michael Jordan, original GOAT. Is that a sports thing? Am I sporting correctly?
Yay!
Week 3. So I guess we are who we are for a lot of reasons. And maybe we'll never know most of them. But even if we don't have the power to choose where we come from, we can still choose where we go from there. We can still do things. And we can try to feel okay about them. Perks of being a wallflower. Alright, story behind this one. So, Perks of Being a Wallflower is definitely my favorite book. The writing style I think is really cool, that it's all like journal entries. So with that, I wanted to incorporate perks at some point, and I guess I chose week 3. And I don't really know why I chose that one, but once again, encouraging, but makes you think a lot more about it. A little bit of a roadblock, sorry, I was making lunch, dinner. It's 2:30, what would you consider that, lunch still? Yeah. Alright, week 4.
Yay!
It's important in life to conclude things properly. Only then can you let go. Otherwise, you are left with words you should have said but never did, and your heart is heavy with remorse. Life of Pi. I honestly think with this one, I think there was like infighting with our friend group. I honestly think that's it, and I was being very passive aggressive about this. I actually think that is. I think I think there was fighting within the friend group. And this is what I decided to do about it. Week 5. Something just flew off my hand. Sorry. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. The Alchemist. Okay. According to my week stuff, the next week was The next week was spring break. So this was my encouragement to the rest of the floor to power through the suffering and get to spring break. Week 6 just literally says spring break, and it's quoted by me. Spring break! Woo! Ah! Week 7. In me, I still believe in paradise, but now at least I know it's not some place you can look for, because it's not where you go. It's how you feel for a moment in your life when you're a part of something. And if you find that moment, it lasts forever. This is from The Beach. It's a movie from 2000. I actually have never seen it. I just really like the quote. This quote, in my mind, was kind of like the encouragement of maybe like where spring break wasn't your paradise. Maybe this could be it, but at any given time, regardless of where you are, you can make your own paradise. Week 8, voice squeaked, and I forgot what 8 looks like. If heaven and hell decide that they both are satisfied, illuminate the nose on their vacancy signs. There's no one to hold you when your soul embarks, then I'll follow you into the dark. That's week 8. That was one of the songs that I was really addicted to at the time. I mean, it's still an amazing song. I have it in most of my playlists, but I was really into that song. So that is, I think that's the reason why it made my board. But it's a good song. You should give it a listen. Week 9. Help. The desert weed lives on, but the flower of spring blooms and wilts. Such grace, such dignity, such a tragedy. I mean, if I were to interpret this quote, it's that things that are pretty and beautiful don't last forever. I think it was more fighting. Literally, like, all of these, like, really passive-aggressive ones that you can interpret as such, I think it's all because my group was fighting. Week 10! I know how to count that one on my hands. The important thing is not how long you live, it's what you accomplish with your life. While I live, I want to shine. I want to prove that I exist. If I could do something really important, that would definitely carry on into the future. And so, if I were to disappear, I think that all I have accomplished will go on. That would mean that it's living. This is from Grovyle, a Pokemon from a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Like, this is the thing that I realized looking back at, like, old video games that I grew up. They get really introspective and, like, philosophical. Some of them, like, if you look at it close. I don't know why I wrote this one. I think... No, I don't know. Week 11. We're gonna do that. 11. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. You may remember that from Kung Fu Panda with Master Oogway. before he fades off and becomes cherry blossom leaves, just like, woo, woo. I honestly think this week, I just ran out of things, and I didn't have time to properly look for them, so that's what I went with. Seriously. And week 12. I don't know which one is right. This is the last one. I started these a little late. I think I started on week 2 or 3 of school, and a semester is 15 weeks before finals, and then I didn't put one up finals week. So this is week 12, even though it's like week 15 technically. Without further ado, here is week 13. Friendship is unnecessary, like philosophy, like art. It has no survival value. Rather, it is one of those things which give value to survival. C.S. Lewis, The Four Loves. Never read the book, so don't ask me how it is. Well, this is kind of depressing. It was basically meant to be just a nice little send-off to everybody on the floor and wishing them good luck and to see them next year. Going into the next year, I talked to 10 people from my floor of 60, and now having graduated, I talked to 2 of them. So, that seems to be the end of our journey. I mean, this was a fun little exploration down memory road. It just, honestly, they just like randomly came to my mind, and I'm like, I need to film this. Hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, hit that subscribe button if you're new to this channel. If you are, hello, welcome. Yeah, leave a comment below on like what's your favorite book? Because I enjoy books, and I might read them. So, until then, have a good week, and I will see you next week. See ya!